Hello Starfield players, welcome back. Dreadis here. Well everybody, I need to make a ship. So as you can see, I have this ship here, which is the Starfield Enterprise. And we could do a ship build of it, and you probably want that. So I can do a quick teardown and rebuild, and I might as well just give you what you want. So let's do it. Alright, so the way I do this, this is what I find the easiest way to explain how to do a ship build, is where I go and I delete everything right down to the bottom here, and then I just bring in all the pieces again, Control Z all the way up until the ship is back to being built again. And that way you can see all the parts where they go, and I'll just mention what part they are, and then all the door connections, that'll be up to you to figure out all the door connections as you go. So here we go. All right, here we go. So let's see here. We have the Nova NG-20 landing gear, 4 NG-20 landing gear. I have a pair of 200 cm ballista cargo holds here. You don't have to put those in now. You can do that after. Then we have more NG-20 landing gear, and then we have the wide NG-20 landing gear and the NG-6 landing bay. And next we have a SPE 3-story staircase aft, along with a SPE companionway 1x1. So you enter in here, go up in here, go into the staircase. Then in the front we have a Stroud braking engine. In the back we have a Nova cowling. On the side we have a Galleon S204 cargo hold. And at the very back here we've got the Varun vehicle bay 2x1 all 4 doorways. You can see here it's at the back, so it allows the vehicle to drop out behind that leg. Then we have another Galleon, and over here is the brig. So it's a brig 4, so that means the brig's at the back here, and you can enter in the front. Next is the SPE gym 1x1, and it has windows on both sides of the gym. And above the gym we have an Avian Tech corner bottom 4. Then we have the deflector dish blue, and then we have the Apollo GV300 grav drive. Over here we have the Owltech Type 7 warp core reactor. Now there would normally be a reactor right where that staircase is for that unit, but I'm using that space to pass through to get to the vehicle bay. And then over here we have the SPE infirmary 2x1. Next is these passageways. So we have a HopeTech Hab cross brace, followed up by a SPE cross passage B, and we do the same on the other side, and there's a reason for that. I'll show you soon. So we also have the Stroud engine bracer type A, and we have 4 of those connecting the 3 hulls. Next is the fuel. So we have 500T helium-3 tanks, and we also have a HopeTech radiator blue glow along with another fuel tank. And at the back here we have an Avian Warp 2 engine aft, and here we have the 100 cm ballista cargo hold and another Avian Warp 2 engine aft. Up front we have the Teo braking engine, and so we'll go Teo braking engine to Stroud cap AY90 starboard fore bottom and aft bottom, finishing with a Teo cap starboard aft, and then another Stroud cap, and then we do the same on the other side. So tail braking engine, Stroud cap, and yeah, cap, port aft, and Stroud cap. So next is this shield. So we have the Avian Tech shell plating. So you can see it can drop right in here on that wing. And then there's it makes like a clamshell. So you have one on the top, one on the bottom of the Stroud engine bracer. We do that on both sides. So now it's over here. So next is next is right here, the SPE ramp A aft. Now attached to this little Avian Tech corner bottom 4 is the Stroud engine brake. And okay, so I think so now we're here. We just did this one. Stroud cap A top, along with a Galleon S202 cargo hold. There's 2 of those, and then another cap, and then that basically finishes off the one side, or a nacelle. And we do that in order to make up the other side. And I believe I'm on to, yeah, okay. So right here we have the Nova Cowling 1L SA bottom, and then another one on the other side, and there, and now the Avian Tech shell plating goes here. That was why I used the HopeTech Hab cross brace. This one doesn't have an up and down. You can't clip that on. So I ended up using this particular one, the Hab unit. And so then we have it up here as well, the Nova Cowling, and of course the shell plating. And so then it makes kind of like this passageway area with a window, and then another window area that's kind of covered up in between the two. It's good for being able to, I don't know, just feel like you're not in an enclosed space, right? So we do the exact same thing on the other side, like so, and that completes this look here. So you can see it has kind of like you come up and over, down, up and over and down, up and over and down, and then it has like this particular shape, which I like. Same with this here kind of shape. And then in the front you have so I've gone and added the Nova Cowling 2LTA, and on top of that is a conduction grid unit. Okay, continue on here. Okay, so this one is the Deimos belly aft top, along with an SPE companionway 1x1. Up here is an Avian Warp 2 engine aft. Then we have side caps, which kind of close this off so you don't see it. So it kind of caps this off. Okay, so apparently I'm going this way. Alright, so then we have the Stroud cap. You can see it underneath here. This is basically what rounds off the saucer section. We have a Galleon S202 cargo hold, another starboard 4 bottom Stroud cap, cow engine brake, and then the Stroud cap again, another Stroud cap, Galleon, shroud cap, and then we have the Tao side cap, making that bottom section right there. So the pool ends up going right in here, and the elevator goes right here. So now we have this. This is the Daratech Slope 2 aft. I liked it because it blocked that right off, and then it also kind of felt like it was a different alloy because you've got this engine on top blasting out, right? Acts like a protective shield of some kind. And the pool. Alright, so the pool. You can see all the door locations along here, passageways and so on. Now we're going to get into the crew quarters. So we've got Sam's room with a 1x1. Going the opposite direction here. We got Sarah's room. And we've got an SPE all-in-one berth. And then Andresia's room. That's kind of like one unit. Over here we have a Varun bathroom off the pool. Over here I have a companionway. Here is the Varun mess hall. This is Barrett's room over here. And then Varun all-in-one berth. Then we've got Varun Cora's room starboard. And right in the middle here we have an SPE all-in-one berth. So that acts like a little apartment for those two. This is Barrett's apartment, and this is Andresia and Sarah's apartment area. Right here we have a Caravel B104 cargo hold on either side. And we're using the Nova Cowling 2LSF aft starboard. And it's the regular one. And then this is the Nova Cowling 2LSM. And the Nova Cowling 2LSF. So yeah, they have, you know, they basically just go all the way around the ship like that. Giving it that kind of, I guess it's an octagon. But it makes it look like a nickel. Like a Canadian nickel. The old nickel before it was round. So then we have the Owltech transporter room, the Varun shrine, the Varun armory, Varun captain's quarters. That was this piece right here, the Deimos belly aft top, which goes on top there. And then we have the 3-story staircase port. So the staircase, it allows the entrance on this side, and this side, but not on this side. So it was a bit trying to figure out how to connect everything here. Then we have Stroud cap, again with the Stroud caps and the galleons to make this go around. So then we have the Stroud nose cap D starboard 4. I've got 2 of those, and they go on either side of the bridge. So this is just to fill up this space for the Stroud nose cap D port 4 starboard. And then you add the SPE SE 134 Hermes bridge in order to finish it. It's kind of fun because the gun's right into the bridge and you're looking down at the hull. And then the last few things are the Connector Pro Docker top and the Assurance SG 1800 shield generator. And that's it. So there you go, there's the ship. I ended up using Fulminator 8000 suppressors along with Obliterator 250 MeV alpha beams and the SB300 alpha beams. I like the range. It's mainly my goal is range. I don't like the fact that fulminators you have to be up to like 800 in order to get them to work, but it is what it is. I was using this ship to board other ships, so I'm not sure if it's, you know, the perfect ship for Watchtower. Like if I'm going to be able to go and board other ships and take them over. I'm not sure how that's going to work because I haven't done that yet, but soon I will. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and come back for more Starfield builds and action and all that. You want to take a look inside? I did in my last video. We did a tour. I ran through it at the very end of the last video. And it also did a fight scene, so yeah, this is the build. Have fun out in the Starfield.